You don't use the prophetic to go to tell people who is going to win election. Neither are you a prophet to tell who will become the president. I will allow that one to sing. The gifts of the Lord, Caxton, they are not for you to see visions for politicians. The gifts of the Lord are not for you to see visions for who should marry who. The gifts of God are not for you to see and interpret dreams. That's why we have misused all these resources. Everyone who comes up with one tiny prophetic grace, they are raising kings. They are raising members of parliament. God called me to raise presidents. You are a liar, Mr. Man. You lie, Madam Ma'am. You lie. The gifts are for the church, to the church, in the church. So when you meet with one on the street, oh, I am seeing vision for you. Tell them also, I have a dream for you. I know they don't like me. I don't want to be liked. I'm not looking for who to like me. I'm called for a purpose and for a reason. Lord, I'm thirsty for you. My heart pants after you, Lord, for there's something that's more than the know. Lord, I'm thirsty for you. My heart pants after you, Lord, for there's something that's more than the know. Lord, I hunger for more and more of you. I desire a higher realm in you. If that is not what you come to church for, to know him, to thirst after him, you will make a mess. You will make a mess. The gifts are not for telling who will succeed in business and who will fail in the business. No, that gift for prophetic is not for that. And I will show you in the scriptures. Prophets are not supposed to be in the streets. They are supposed to be in the church. Did you hear what I've said? Prophets are supposed to be in the church, not in the streets. It is only in our generation that pastors are looking access to State House. They can be summoned over the phone. Please come. In fact, no, please come. And they are running there. They are fighting who will have access to State House. In the olden days, the king looked for the prophet. Where did the rain begin to beat us? Ephesians 4. We will read in Amplified and TLB. 11 to 14. Give it to us. I want everybody to read and read very clearly. 1, 2, 3. Everybody, 1, 2, 3. And is whose gifts? They are not your gift. They are God gifts. So, and these gifts to the church. The gifts are for where? To the church. Say with me, the gifts are to the church. The gifts are for the church. And the gifts are supposed to be used in the church. To the church, for the church, in the church. Please, can we say it so that you don't forget? To the church, for the church, in the church. Again, to the church, for the church, in the church. That is what you should know from what you are about to read. So let's read together. And these gifts to the church were varied, and he himself appointed some as apostles. Who are apostles? Special messengers, representatives. Some as prophets. Who are prophets? Who speak a new message. Who is a prophet? They speak a new message from God to the people. Some as evangelists. Who are evangelists? Who spread the good news of salvation. And some as pastor and teachers, to shepherd and guide and instruct. I hope you know the word pastor and teacher is one word. We don't have fivefold, we have fourfold. In the original pastor, it is pastor teachers. Pastors that teach. Are we together? If you love deception, continue being deceived. I'll be here. Let's continue. We are reading all the way to verse 14. And he did this. Why did he give his gifts? Why do we have apostles? Why do we have prophets? Why do we have evangelists? Why do we have pastor teachers? Look at the reason. To fully equip and perfect the saints, God's people. So when you are going to raise whoever you are going to raise, who is that? Why that gift came? What you are doing, is that the reason why that gift was given to you? To equip, to fully equip and perfect the saints, God's people, for works of service. To build up the body of Christ, the church. So the gifts are for the church. What the gift for every genuine pastor or any gift given by God is for his people. You are not equipped for any, it's for God's people. And when we say the church, we are talking about both those people that are coming to be saved and those already saved. Let's continue reading. Until we all reach oneness in the faith and in knowledge of the Son of God. So if your gift is not bringing us into oneness in faith and in knowledge of the Son of God, your gift is a nonsense gift. It is not useful. It's not needed anywhere. Because wizards and witches have those gifts and they are doing it better than you. Until in the knowledge of the Son of God, growing spiritually. How is a prophet that is seeing your panties in the bedroom growing you spiritually? A prophet that is telling you, I'm flying to your village to do what there? I'm in the realm of the spirit and I see your house. Let me see you there. What are you doing in my house? You are explaining my house like am I a fool? Don't I know my house? I've entered the kitchen. I've entered your bedroom. You make my life so beautiful. And as you are, you have made me here on earth. Let's keep on reading. To growing spiritually to become a mature believer, reaching to the measure of the fullness of Christ, manifesting his spiritual completeness and exercising our spiritual gifts in unity, so that we no longer children, spiritually immature, tossed back and forth like sheep on a stormy sea and carried about by every wind of shifting doctrine by the cunning and trickery of unscrupulous men, by the deceitful scheming of people ready to do anything for personal profit.